Hi, this is Julie with Find Your Joy Crochet. Today we're going to be dyeing some rainbow alpaca blend yarn. So I'm creating a new rainbow today. This is new to me yarn. This is Andy and Son. This is an alpaca blend and it's super soft, and I went ahead and made some knit blanks on my knitting machine, and I put them in the pan with some vinegar and some warm water to heat it up. I started squirting the dye on straight to the yarn and started to make my rainbow colorways. Notice the really cool way that the dye is traveling through the yarn and kind of bleeding through. And I didn't expect that at all because I used so much vinegar. I think I added, there I am pointing to it. I think I added 5 tablespoons in my soak, and I also added an additional 3 tablespoons of vinegar while I was heating up as well. I waited 15 minutes and let it kind of sit. The water did not clear. I waited an additional 5 minutes. It pretty much cleared at that point. These are the knit blanks as they're cooling. I had leftover dye, so I took some Dyer Supplier yarn. This was a twisty, bouncy Aran blend, and I went ahead and used the rest of my dye, or most of it, and just squirted. I then took I had 3 alpaca yarn skeins, and the third one I just squirted the rest of the leftover dye in and let it sit there and soak up all the color. And then I let them cool completely, and I did rinse them slightly, and no soap at this point because I didn't want to agitate anything, and I let them sit out to dry. This is the Dyer Supplier coming out of the bath to cool. As you can see, it kind of did this like water effect. Now everything has been put through my little salad spinner dryer, and it's sitting on the dryer rack, and I was kind of checking for penetration at that point. And look at how pretty all the colors look. They were so vibrant, and I went for more of a pastel dye stock. These are all Dharma dyes. I had a 1% stock solution, but I diluted it down even further to get this. I then unraveled that big skein onto my Nitty Knotty, and I was looking at all the different colorways that I got. You can see in that first picture, I got really cool, like almost like a sock yarn repeating colorway with that. And then the rest of them I ended up pulling off of the dryer once they were completely dry. I ran them through my Nitty Knotty, and then I reskeined them. There's more of that skein that I squirted the dye into, and you can kind of see the repeats in there. And it turned out so pastel and so stunning, and I love it so much. The rest of them are more vibrant, but the rainbows are just as effective nonetheless. This is the finished product. The one on the far right is that skein that I squirted the dye into, and the other 2 are the ones that were in a sock blank. I did relax the crimps a bit, and I soaked them again and rinsed them out with some cool tap water and some soap, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my rainbow colorway.